Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, YouTubers, and thanks for joining me on Keep It Simple. Just to let you know, my life has been anything but simple lately. And to give you just a quick rundown, I started a marketing campaign 3 months ago, and we started a bathroom remodel 3 months ago. And it has taken exactly 4 months for all the contractors to finally be gone. So I wanted to do a quick video about Contractors 101 and some red flags to look for and just some things that we learned in the process and advice that I can give to somebody else to help out who's getting ready to go through a remodel. So being a realtor for 12 years, I haven't really ever dealt with having contractors for my own house. My husband's very handy. He does a lot of the work himself, but because he works a full-time job, we were just going to contract it out. So I started the process of finding a contractor. And so let me just warn you that from start to finish, finding a contractor can take about 3 weeks. You're waiting on one, for them to just set up a time to come out and look at your project. And 2, you're waiting for them to just get you the quote. And then 3, you're waiting for them to give you a time of when they can start. And that can vary and range up to about 3 weeks. So we started the process looking for a contractor, and we found one. I was pleased with his referrals. I did check his referrals and looked up some of the work that he had done, and I was pleased with some of the stuff that he had done, so we hired him. On April 24th, he came in and demoed our master bathroom and did not come back for almost 4 weeks. So this is my advice, is when you're given a quote for the job, 1, make sure it has a start and end date of when they project the job to start and finish. Number 2, I would get a breakdown of what they're going to be doing and the cost of each of it. For instance, tearing out a wall, moving it 2 feet, cost listed next to it. Inserting vanities, the cost. Tile, the cost. Now, we had to buy our own tile, and we of course bought our own vanities, but they put the tile in. So you just want a breakdown of the final estimate. That was the first mistake that we did not get from the contractor. He listed the things he was going to do, and then he just gave a final price. So when we got 6 weeks into it and we were fed up with waiting, we wanted to pretty much take out having our kids' bathroom done upstairs. And that price became extremely cheap, and our project that he had already started on became extremely expensive, and that was unfortunate because he was pretty much ripping us off. So we, long story short, he ended his 10-week remodel just shy of putting in our faucets and our toilet and installing our shower door. I made the mistake of writing him not the entire rest of the check that we owed him, but almost all of it, and that was pretty much good for him. Once he got that check, he basically started blowing us off, said he wasn't going to come back for a week, and I was super annoyed because he had already said he'd be back to make sure we would have everything hooked up and running before the weekend, and that did not happen. We ended up having to hire a plumber on top of that to come in just that day to work a few hours and get faucets, sink, and toilet hooked up so we could actually use it for the weekend. Our next contractor that we got for the girls' bathroom was phenomenal. And I learned very quickly of some things to look for as far as your contractor and what kind of work they do. I prefer people that do not have to take constant breaks, whether it's a snack break, whether it's a smoke break. It's just best if they're good with starting in the morning and working through to get the job done. So one red flag on the first contractor was he didn't show up when he said he was going to show up, and then he would send a text, usually letting me know that he wasn't going to show up, which was late. Or on Sunday morning, he was ringing our doorbell at 7 a.m. letting us know he was there to work without giving us a prior notification the night before. That's bad business. The other thing to look out for, I would say, is that he constantly pushed us off because he had other projects going. And I understand that contractors have to have other jobs going. That's their livelihood. But as a real estate agent in the line of business that I do, I always make sure that my client knows and feels that they are the number one client and that they are the only client I'm working with, even though that is many times not the case. I try to give them the full attention that they need, and I give them 100%. So a contractor that gives me 10% and another project 90% because that project is making him more money is very poor business. And I'm sure you guys have all heard this, and some of you may have dealt with this before with remodelers or just contractors in general. It can be quite frustrating. So those are just a couple tips and tricks that I learned. I did check referrals on both contractors, and both came recommended, highly recommended. One just did not have good time management, and that was unfortunate. But we have two gorgeous remodeled bathrooms, finally, after 4 months of waiting and lots of dust and contractors being in and out of our house. If you liked this video, please comment below. Please like the video or share. And if you have anybody moving in or out of the area in Nashville, Tennessee, I would love to earn your business as a realtor. My website and Facebook page is actually linked above in my YouTube channel main picture. Thanks so much for watching, and hope that helps.